I'm Steven.
And this is the Post P Chronicles.
So, Will, anything new and exciting lately?
Man, we got some great things coming up. First and foremost, it's my birthday. How we celebrating? With a fundraiser. So, if you guys don't know, we're doing a fundraiser at the Gentle Penguin right here on 3rd Avenue. We'll have a flyer for you. If you go into TG, you'll be able to see the flyer. But what we're doing, we're going to Africa, we're going to Uganda, and we're going to help orphanages. We're going to go visit some prisons, and we're going to, give back to the people, man. That's what we're going to do. This guy Steven over here, you see him? Yeah, right there. Huge heart. I mean, he has to be because he's such a huge man.
Pump a lot of blood.
And I'm excited to be a part of this. Post P Chronicles partnering with the gym, and they're allowing us to be a part of this, and I'm just so excited. So, yeah, that's going to be my birthday party, giving back to the people at the fundraiser.
Sunday, August 6th, 6 p.m. to midnight. 100% of the cover charge goes to orphans and less fortunate in Uganda.
Amen. Donate. So, now that we said that, Steven, what's up? Who do we have today, Steven?
We got a great guest. You could say a local celebrity.
Local.
Gym member, future competitor,
Woo!
Mr. Tony Castillo. What's up, Tony?
Hey, what's going on, guys? What's going on, man? I appreciate you guys having me here. First and foremost, I want to apologize for the last time, not being able to show, but But now that I'm here, let's get it.
It's all in the past.
Right, all in the past, right? Man. So speaking of past, tell us about yours. Where'd you grow up?
Well, I'm fortunate. I grew up right here in the South Bay of San Diego, born and raised right here in San Diego. These are my streets. These are where I used to just my first house was right here on 3rd and H. And then...
What?
Oh, so you're literally...
Yeah. Literally a local.
Yeah. Across the street from St. Rose, right? That was a little apartment. And then right here off of 4th going down to the DMV, another one right before the park, Eucalyptus. And then we moved to our house over here on the 2nd and L, and we were there for a minute. My family was... we were middle class. We good. We weren't balling. We weren't poor. Came back from good both sides of the family. Both Mexican. And then it's there was just so much turmoil in the house that growing up you thought everything was peaches and cream, everything was cool in the family, in the household, right? And it's just slowly but surely just things got distorted in a sense, us growing up. And then when the people, and I remember they told my dad when I was in 4th grade, because I had ADD, so it's just you need to pay attention to this kid or else he's going to go to jail like one of my nephews, right? The 4th grade teacher told him that. And so it was and then he's oh, yo, okay, right? And then, so the lack of when there's a dysfunctional family, and there's function within the mom and dad or the marriage, they got their own problems. They don't care about the kids.
Right. So now, were you by any means considered a bad kid? Obviously, if the 4th grade teacher is talking to your parents, were you getting into trouble? I mean, you said middle class family, average life, but were you acting out? Were you causing trouble?
Yeah, in a sense, when I was already in 4th grade, yeah, I was the knucklehead of the little classroom. I was always getting in trouble. Back then, we had to write a gang of sentences, right? Back and forth at all time.
On the whiteboard.
Yeah, that was there. I figured out how to write it faster.
Looking I was Bart Simpson.
You're right. So, and then, and it just kept on escalating, detention and all that. But then 6th grade came. I was already ditching at 6th grade, jumping the fence, going just down the street to Vaughn's, because I went to Allen and Daly right there on Bonita Road, behind Vaughn's. There was an elementary right there, because my mom so-called wanted to get me out of the South over here, where all the knuckleheads or whatever. She didn't want me going to Hilltop or Chula Vista Elementary, because the environment. But it was worse in Bonita, right? It was worse in Bonita, so it's just.
So when you say, let's go back to this a little bit. When you said a dysfunctional household, what did that look like? The dysfunctional household. What exactly was the dysfunction?
The dysfunction, it wasn't in between me and my brother, because I have a brother, right? An older brother. It was between the parents,
right?
And it's that when we were growing up, we're just in a recorder, recording everything that we see, and at the same time, there was just a lot of yelling, a lot of fighting, a lot of just going their own ways. I guess
so a toxic environment.
Yeah, just toxic. It was toxic, and then we would just get home and go across the street and start getting high.
How do you feel because your parents had their own issues? You said that led to you a lack of maybe discipline in your household.
Well, they didn't care. Facts. I'm gonna agree to that.
Yeah.
Cause like there was no discipline.
No structure.
And then it's always good cop, bad cop. Go talk to your dad, and your dad's lax. Your mom's the one putting down the whip, and then like mom's a little itty bitty thing. You ain't gonna listen to your mom when you're already a giant at 13, right? You know, or like 14, and then so then came middle school, came high school. Then I tell you, I was already at 10. I was already smoking weed, and then it was because of the neighbors, you know. And then they found out I was smoking weed, beat me up. It was cool, like, but that's the only thing they could do, right? Like, it's like, oh my God, but try to get me to stop just by beating me up and scare me straight. But that just made me want to do it more.
Right.
Right. So middle school came.
Escaping the house is basically what you were
Yeah,
trying to do.
well,
You didn't want to be a part of that.
Well, every day we just came home from school and go across the street to our neighbors and get fucked up. That was it. We're gonna go do homework. No, we're getting fucked up.
Yeah.
Every day, right? So it's just like, and me and my brother, and then like, it was funny because like my brother was that kind of like, he wasn't like the introducer, but it was more the neighbor. And then I didn't like feel anything, right? I didn't go on it. Then like a year later, he came home all fucking like funny, and I'm like, what's going on with this guy? And it's like, so he goes and smokes with the neighbor, and then since then it was just on and cracking. And then like he was getting it for me, and my own brother was ripping me off. You know what I'm saying? Like, right, my own brother was ripping me off. So I was like, so my mind started working. And it's like, okay, how do I get it? Where do I get it? And when I seen that, how much is this? How much is that? Then another thing started just like going.
And how old are you at this point?
Me, I'm just freshman.
So you're trying to start your own little side hustle dealing?
Yeah, it started right away, you know, because I got it for so cheap. Started hustling, and then middle school, and then high school came, and like, I don't even know how I made it to 11th grade. They were just passing you. Right? Back then, they would just pass you to pass you.
No homework,
yeah,
nothing in class, just attending school.
No.
Wasn't even
you weren't even showing up.
Yeah, I wasn't even showing up. It was so bad. It's like my own mom was checking the attendance every Friday, and then I would have people marking off the attendance, and I would give them weed. And like, hey, here, mark me there. First through six period every day. It was just, we would go party at a house or in a canyon. Everybody.
Okay, that was my question. What are you doing when you're not in school at this point?
I'm just getting fucked up every day.
And is it only
still weed?
Is only weed at this point?
Well, weed and alcohol, and then like then came the cocaine, right? Then the cocaine came, and then there's another money pit. Then you're not in like the because they consider like Chula Vista and Hilltop more ghetto, right? They went to Bonita, everybody got money. Bunch of white kids, bunch of preppy kids. They all had money and they all wanted some they all wanted some powder. So it's just like, let's go. And then that's when I started hanging out. But then before all that, what made me like drift to like even more selling that was me getting involved with like the lifestyle that I got into. You know what I'm saying? Because like being at home, I looked up to my big brother, and then he kind of pushed me to the side, you know. And then, like, you know, that shit really fucked me up, and to this day, still fucks me up, you know. And then it's like, he's like, this is my thing, you know, because he's like, he's a musician, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I would always be right there, like a little kid, you know, following your older brother, and then like wanting to be there, and then like all his friends, we had all the same friends because we're only a year and a half apart. So we were all cool, and everybody liked me, you know what I'm saying? Because like I'm so like energetic, I got the, like everybody clinged on to me. Then I had the sack too, so of course everybody's gonna like you even more, right? And then it's like, he didn't like that, so he's like, hey, this is my shit, you know what I mean? Bounce on me, you know? So what did I go do? You know what I mean? Just like go where you feel accepted.
Right. Where did you feel
Straight up.
accepted?
So where's that at this
Come
point?
on, you know what I mean? With the bad kids, like with the neighborhood, and then like with the people that are just like selling drugs, gang banging, doing everything that I started to love doing.
So you go from dealing to all the white kids in Bonita, smoking weed, drinking alcohol, doing cocaine. Brother kicks you to the curb.
That was before. That brother kicked me to the curb before, and then I started doing all that.
And now you're going with the gangs because you feel accepted.
Well, then I started hanging out with people from Hilltop, people from Chula Vista, more this way.
The people your mom didn't want you to hang out with.
right? And then we started going down south more, go to the border, right? Like just hanging out in that area. And then just like people that look like me today, you know, and it's just like everybody's on that same tip, hustling, you know, and then like more like about respect and everything, and then like everybody respected each other, and if you were down for the cause, you were accepted.
And what age are you at this point?
Me, I was 15, 16.
And when was your first run-in with the law?
My first running with the law was at 17. 17, getting caught with some ecstasy. And then they let me go. Like that same day right here in Chula Vista PD, they took me to Chula Vista PD, they let me go. Second I got out, boom, back to the same shit.
Didn't even phase you.
No, hell no. I was just like, that gave me some good food. You know
felt
what I'm
like
saying?
you
Like, they gave me some good food. I was like, well, like,
right
I was sort of sick when I didn't even eat.
And you're
so-
still living at your house?
Yeah, I was like, well, I was on and off because I was just doing my thing now. Like, I would never be home. Like,
And they never disciplined you, so it was, nobody ever told you you had to be home
Well,
at this time or that time.
It's not only that, by the time, like, you know, I hit 11th grade, I was doing whatever I wanted,
Right.
And then I went from regular school to learning center to Palomar High School to dropping out to homeschool, and then I just gave up, right? And it's just like, it was just get a snowball effect in the whole school district part of the life, you know? And I was trying at Palomar. Don't get it wrong. I was trying. I was like, I even went to summer school and got extra credits and everything. They're like, yeah. And then they showed up on the first day of school. What are you doing here? I was like, what you mean? It's like, I went to summer school for no reason then? Did all that for no reason? And then
Why'd they
like,
kick you out?
you know, well, they suspended me 3 times, you know what I mean? Getting caught with drugs, under the influence, and then like at a football game, not even on premises, they suspended me, you know? So it was just like, it's basically like hanging around with the wrong people, you know what I mean? It was crazy, like, and then from then, like, I can just keep on going. It's crazy, like.
So, let me help you out here. So, just a quick recap. Where it started at, what it sounds like, is that structure in the household. If your parents was on you, you wasn't a bad kid. It's just you didn't have anybody who was going to tell you, don't do this or don't do that. So you started going to your neighbor's house.
Yeah.
After that led to, let's smoke weed. Now, let me sell some weed. Now, let me sell some coke. Now, I'm getting arrested, everything like that. So now, you're 17. Now, you're 18. What's going on? Now, you're grown. Now, you're grown. They're not just letting you out.
Well,
What's going on now?
Right then and then, like when I dropped out, I was selling a lot of coke. I was just, that was my thing, right? And then I was just partying a lot too, right? That was my, like, tell me what I got to show for it. Nothing. Everybody, you know, when they're doing something with it, they're investing, you know.
You spending.
Yeah,
spending.
me, I'm just partying, you know,
Right.
like, and then comes the, like, when I got out from that, from right here, from the ecstasy, boom, right there where Big Five's at, boom, they said, the little guys I used to give stuff to set me up, boom. They set me up. I got caught with 4.5 ounces, right? And then undercovers came out of everywhere, and like went, and then like right then it's like they were just trying to make me fold too, right? It's like, you know, and then the street codes, you know, zip, you don't say nothing, you know. So it's like, all right, he's like, hey, can you guys take me back to my cell? Let's go. Like, I'm no good for you, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say nothing. It's like, I'm going into the cell. These guys are going home. All 3 guys that were in the car with me going home already, so they told on me to get free, you know what I mean? So it's like, all right, bet, cool.
So how much time was you looking at?
Well, right there, they were trying to give me 7, 5, and 3, right? The max was 7, and that was my first like real offense, right? So it was just like, all right, cool. And then they ended up giving me a year with half with the 3-year joint suspension, right? Little did I know is that 3-year joint suspension now is just to reel you in for some more, you know, some more time, because you know they know you're not gonna stop like re-offending, right?
So this is your first real time in prison.
Yeah. Well, no, with that time I didn't do I did
County. How was that experience?
It was, man, that experience was fun and not fun, right?
First person I hear that says county jail's fun. What makes it fun?
Well, no, it's just like everybody's active. Everybody's just like, you know, we're it's
homies
nothing
there.
but like, you're so bored that you just want to beat each other up, right? And you're waiting for the first person to fuck up, and then I was the one fucking up, so they were waiting for me, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know? And I was just like, fuck.
Never a dull moment for you.
Yeah, you feel me? And then like, and so like I'm in there, and then like the first time, cause like I had a mouthpiece, right? And it's just like you can't say certain words, and you can't disrespect neighborhoods, right? And these guys want to be all disrespectful, so I disrespected them. And then like my first time, they're not first time, so they got more pull. I got no say. I still gotta earn my stripes. So it's like who they gonna get, right? And it's like boom, okay, bet. So first like I got ran through by 12. You know, 12 Southerners. You know, we just got it in, good. You know, and then the next time, right? 5, 6. Then the next time, because I kept on saying, that's all you guys got? What? There's nothing, you know? And then like they're like, run that shit again. Give them 6 though. Run that shit again. Give them 3 though, the biggest guys, you know? It's like, all right, you cool? I said, yeah, you cool? Like, you know what I'm saying? We done or what? Like, and then that gave me my place to stay in that moment, right? Yeah. And I was just like, right, okay, cool. So that went down. But then, like, I still had that mouthpiece, you know what I'm saying? Like, later they moved me to another facility, right? You remember when, I don't know if you remember, like, the one in Descanso? Have you ever heard of the Descanso one?
Yeah, I heard of Descanso.
And over there by Campo, right?
Yeah.
So they gave me a Camp Snoopy. Hated it, right? Hated it. And then so far. And then they put me in trustee. Didn't make it. It only lasted a week. We politicking, right? We only lasted a week. They kicked me out, right? I was just like... And then so that happened.
So you get out 6 months. You hit the streets.
Well, yeah, I did.
Did you change anything in your mind, or was you still like, man, I need to get back to the to the money?
Nah, back to the money. Homies were like, here, let's get it. Let's do it. You know what I'm saying? No remorse, no nothing. Hey, good looking out. You know what I mean? We solid. You know, let's go.
And now
let's
you
get
got
this money.
clout.
Yeah, exactly, right? And then didn't last more than a month and a half. Every time I would get out, a month and a half or less, and I'd be back in. Right? It's just like a revolving.
Same offense?
No, this time it was because I didn't complete a program, and they gave me that joint suspension.
They gave you a 3-year joint suspension for a non-completed.
Yeah.
How much of that joint suspension did they hit you with?
Well, they hit me with a 1.5 years. They gave me with 16 months.
So now you went to the pen.
Yeah. That's my first time in the pen. I had long hair, and I told her I made a bet. I said, like, if they send me up, I'm cutting it. And they're like, I had to cut it. You know what I'm saying? I had to cut it. It was cool, though. It's like, and then that's when I went bald for the longest. And it's just like, after, and then, you know, once you go in the pen, it's a whole different story.
Whole different
ball game, you know what I'm saying?
Where they put you at first time?
Well, the first time I was right there, before it was still good, right?
Yeah,
right, it was still good, right? Donovan. And then they messed up on my time, and they left me there in reception for the longest. Because I was supposed to go up, get my number, come home. That was it. I had enough credit from the county, come home, and that was it. And then they kept on changing counselors, everything, and then what did that do? Just led me to get more time, get tattoos that I shouldn't have got. You know what I'm saying? Even though back then it's like, okay, I seen the first guy all tatted, I said, okay, I need that. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna earn my stripes, I'm gonna get that. You know, and then I just started climbing the ladder and getting more respect, and it's just like, it doesn't stop.
Now you're climbing the ladder in your mindset, climbing the ladder because this is your life.
Because everybody's just trying to make a name.
The rest of your life, and you want to make a name.
Yeah.
With no intention of changing, right?
Yeah.
This is what I got to do. I might as well make a name for myself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was it. Everywhere I went, and then it's like, oh, what's up, T? Hey, T this, T that. All right, what's up? We doing it? What? Like, and then like you can't not like say no. If they ask you to do something, it's like, all right, let's do it, or else it's you. You know what I'm saying? And like, fuck no, it ain't gonna be me. You know what I'm saying? So let's go, like, you know. And it's like, you know, change the scenery. Let's go back to the, you know, the hall, see what's up with the homies back there, and then just kick it for a little bit, and then you'll be back. You know what I mean? Right. Same old. And then like, but then okay, and then I get out. From that, they even messed up on my release date too. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just like started catching more time, got out, and then from there, same old thing, drugs.
Still coke and weed?
No. This time it's it evolved, bro. It went to like heroin. It went to crystal. It went to like name it.
At any time are you? Because obviously the story is get all skinny, go to prison, clean up, get buff, get on the street, get hooked, get skinny, go back, get buff. At any point are you trying to quit these drugs?
Well, I'll tell you what though, like those couple times that I did get out, they had me do a mandated program, right? I had to go to an inpatient program, and then like I was never able to get high comfortable after that. Once that they planted that seed, and I was actually sober, right? I was actually sober, and like I was completing some of the hardest programs, and they kicked me out. And then I went to another one, and they kicked me out. And then I went to another one, and then they kicked me out. And then that's when I went to do the joint suspension, right? Because you got too many tries. Because they give you chances, but we always fuck them up.
Now you said that seed. Once they planted that seed, you can never do drugs comfortably. What's that seed?
That seed of it's just like being sober, being recovering, all the like all the tools, all the suggestions, everything that they talk about in recovery, just a new way of life, a new way of living, right? And it's like you can have that if you really put your mind to it and do it, right? And it's like, and back then I was like, you guys are full of shit. You guys are getting high back there, you know. You guys are just playing the part, you know. I know you guys go high, go you train, got home, you know. And I was so clouded in the sense that it wouldn't let me just like try it out. Like I was just doing it because I was mandated, not for self, right? And then so got kicked out of all those programs. Then came we're like so 2011, right? 2011. I'm at Pacific Beach, and then like the whole time I'm getting still like doing my thing with the wrong crowd, right? The ones that are affiliated. And then I'm at Pacific Beach, and I'm so like haven't slept anything. I'm on like 7 different types of drugs, and it's just I catch a case, right? And then that's when I got the 3 years and a half, right, with a strike, you know, second-degree robbery with a battery. Didn't even know I hit the person. That's how bad it was.
That's how high you were.
Yeah, bro, and it's just like until then, and then even then, bro, I didn't stop. Cause I bailed out, and then when I bailed out, I caught on the case 2 weeks later, stealing a bottle, right here at King Liquor on 3rd and E. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, just to go get more drugs.
Now let me ask you this. I'm sure we have people in the audience, people listening, they either have been in your shoes or are in your shoes. Is there some sort of feeling of hopelessness? Like this is who I am. I'm going to die doing this because I can't break this habit.
Well, for the longest I was accepting it. Hell yeah, I was accepting. I'm going to die with a needle in my arm, or I'm going to die a dope fiend. And I was cool with that.
It's just, it is what it is.
It is what it is, you know, and it's just like, this is my life. And then, like, once you have a record, right, and you have a number, it's like, for people, it's hard to give it back, right? If you know, you understand what I'm talking about, right? It's like, once you have probation, parole, and it's like, they think that's, because a lot of people don't want to change. A lot of people, or they're trying to stay on both sides of the fence, you know,
Or
still do right and do bad at the same time.
How to change.
That part
I've run
too.
into a lot of people don't know how to change because they don't know anything else. And so the fear of, well, I know this, I'm comfortable with this,
Right.
but I don't know what's over there.
It's almost, a better life is possible, but it's scary because you don't know how to get there. Or the sacrifices you got to make to get there. And obviously the sacrifice of a drug addict sobering up is like a nightmare because that's the hardest thing you will ever go through in your entire life. And maybe it's easier to just die with a needle in your arm.
Yeah. And not only that, like I've heard, like when I was running, I was the manager of a sober living when I changed my life, right? There was this guy that came in, he's like, since he was 10 years old, juvie, YA, prison, and he's in his 30s, almost 40s. And he's like, and I'm trying to talk to him, and he's like, I'm going to change. He's like, no, I'm not going to change. But I can better myself. Because then everything I've done will be for nothing if I change my ways.
Wow.
So he was so already...
What a mindset.
You feel me? Yeah. Like, he was just stuck. I was like, damn. I said, all right, I can't do nothing with this one. You know what I mean? Because he's not going to change. And rest in peace. You know what I'm saying? He's not with us no more. So that goes to show, like, you know, you stay. It's either 3 things: jails, institutions, or death. And I figured it out. I've been to 2, you know? Yeah. And I shouldn't even be here right now, so I'm blessed.
So let's talk about that. Full-on drug addict. Full-on, this is going to be my life. I want to change. I don't know how to change. The fear of change. You know, your identity is a drug addict, a criminal, in and out of prison.
Right.
But you just said you were running a sober living home. So let's talk about... What was that moment, that light bulb moment that hit in your life that led you to change?
Well, this was, first it was 2018, right? Like, when I started going in and out of the county and in the prison, I always had to do a mandated program because there was always drug offenses, right? Right. So that happened. And then on the States over here, and like, you know what I mean, on the U.S. side, not the Mexico side, right? You can walk out and they won't stop you. You know, so nobody will stop you from leaving. You know, you have your rights. So they had to take me over there. They tricked me and took me to TJ and locked me up in TJ for 11 months, right?
Really?
Yeah. Well,
Who's they?
My family, right?
I was gonna say, I was like, they can't do that here.
That's what I'm saying. My family, right? My
They
family.
took you to like a sober living home, or what they do?
No, there's a program with
Okay.
like bar. It's just like a little barbed wire guards, everything.
Almost
fed
like a
us-
prison.
Yeah,
They
almost
just
like,
locked you up. Huh?
yeah. Well, it's just like they kind of tricked me. It's like it's only 10 minutes away from the border. Don't trip. And it's like we're already in Rosarito. You know what I'm saying? I was like, no. But see, the saddest thing too is just like I was so sick and tired, right? That I was down to go finally, but then I was just trying to trick my dad to give me another fix.
One
That's
more.
that's
Just
how
one
sick
more.
I was. I said, "All right, I'm gonna get this fixed, and I'm gonna bounce on him, and then just go do it again, right?"
Out of this sober living home.
No, bounce
this
out of the
program.
car, bounce out of the car, you know. So I mean, I'm on the way there, and I'm trying to bounce out the car, and he's flooring it, right? He's like, he's flooring. We're already on the other side. He's flooring
Child
it.
safety locks on.
Yo.
Windows locked.
He's flooring. He finally gets there, and then they come and jack me up. Like the guards come out. He's like, "Come on, Tony, let's go." He's like, "Nah, I already know how this is gonna go. You guys are gonna fuck me up, and then we're gonna, you know." So they take me in, boom, boom, 11 months, right? And then it's like, right there, I was good. But then I started coming to the gym. I was working out right there, right? I was working out in the program. We were going to a gym over there. You know, after you pass phases, you're able to go to a gym. Boom.
You get your freedom back slowly.
Yeah, right. And I was even doing. I was cutting hair over there at a barbershop, right? In TJ, and then it's like it was going good. Like I was feeling stronger with the walk that I was trying to live, right? And so I come back and I'm like, I'm with my ex-girlfriend, and then she's like, "Hey, you know what? Like, because what people don't know is that you're in an inpatient, you can't just go back to society like nothing. You know, you got to follow this process after getting released from that. Because, like, now you're free to do whatever you want, and nobody's going to tell you nothing.
Yeah.
So my ex wanted me to come home and just kick it for a little bit. And that 2 weeks of kicking is when I fucked up and relapsed.
That
Right?
quickly, yeah.
That kick, like that. And then, like, all the gains look like a 50-something, 60-year-old, like, in, like, a month. Right? So that happened. So I'm running amok again, and I'm right here behind. I'm living behind CVS in those apartments right here up in front of the DMV, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I fracture my knee, right, skating, and I'm still getting high, bro. Like I got this splint from here to there, and I'm still hobbling down a flight of stairs every day, 3 times a day, just to go get a fix, right? And it's like, God damn! And then that one day, like how you said, what hit, right? I was sitting in my living room and I was just like, all I hear is this voice, you know? And that voice is like, Tony, for real? We're gonna go through this shit again? Like, look at you, bro. Like, and that's it. That was, how many days in September?
I think there's 31. 30 or 31.
Like, that was the 31st of September, bro. And then the next day, that same day I asked for help, next day I turned myself in.
2018?
No, 2019.
2019, September 31st, 2019.
No, it's October 1st.
October 1st. Where did you turn yourself in?
I can't do a program here. I had to go back to TJ. I said, take me. I don't care. I told my ex. We went. I went to a different one because I did whatever I wanted at that one, so they didn't really help. So I needed more structure. You know, and we come from a structured place, so it's just like they need to drill us. They need to engrave it in us, you know. And then like instead of 11 months, it only took me 4. Because now
you reached your bottom. You did 12 steps, and in 12 steps, everyone has their own bottom. I can't tell you what your bottom is, but that was your bottom sitting in there on September 31st.
Yeah. Well,
So it didn't take you 11 months.
Tell you, I was just tired, bro.
Yeah. You
I
was
was
done.
just tired. I was so close. Like, they're so close so many times being homeless. It's just like, you know what? Nah, this ain't the life for Tony, you know? Like, I know the reason I'm still here is because there's a reason, like, God still has me here, you know? And then it's like, then it was a lot like, to do with God. Like, I gave my life to Him, and then everything has been going beautiful, bro.
So 4 months in this program, you give your life to God. You said last time, you can't just reintroduce yourself to society without parameters, because you're just a wild dog out in the wild, untrained, not knowing what to do.
Yeah.
What's the reentry process now?
Well, the reentry is like I did something different. I didn't do the same thing. Like, you know, every time I got out of prison or jail, I came home, shaved my head, ironed my clothes, and went to the bar. Went to go chase tail, do something, right? The same old thing. Every time I got out of program, same thing, right? But this time, I didn't go to my exes, right? I went to sober living, went into outpatient, and I took my time. I didn't rush it. I let it just, I was patient, let the process finally plant my feet right and be able to like look for a job, have money, right? Because every time I had money, okay, where am I gonna go cop, right? Or like, what am I gonna buy, you know? And then it was like, you were always like, money used to burn in my hands, they tell me, you know, because I would spend it so fast. And that's that dealing lifestyle, you know what I mean? You spend it faster than you make
Fast
it,
life.
you know what I mean, right? It's that fast life. So it's like, so that happened, boom. And it's like, I'm going to church, I'm doing the steps, I'm doing everything that I need to do, staying sober, you know, and got with a good girl, you know what I mean? She's still my girl right now, you know, and, you know, it's a great man, there's always a great woman, you feel me?
Yes, amen to that.
Always right. You know what I'm saying? Come on. You know what I mean? And then then I became an alumni at the
Sober
outpatient. Slowly but surely I started managing a 24 bedroom, 90 people sober living, the trust. I would get pulled over, they would let me go. That was the best feeling ever. Right? Because they used to pull me over and I'm there on the curb for like hours, right? Searching my car because they already know. Like, and it just run my name.
So real quick, you just said you managed 90 people, 24 bedroom, sober living home. What's that like? Because obviously the best counselors, the best psychologists, the best therapists, the best coaches, right? They've been through the people they're with what the people they're helping have been through or going through. What's that like now? You're on the other side helping the people, and you see the pain, you see the darkness, you see the hopelessness of these addicts. What's it like for you now, trying to talk to them where just a year before you were them?
I'll tell you what, a lot of people see me as like first back then when I was a kid, they're like, damn, Tony, everybody's talking about you, like, we don't even know where you went wrong, right? Like, you were cool and then like you just went right, and your life turned upside down.
Right.
And then they see me now, the way I talk, the way I interact, you know, and say, hey, God bless you, hey, you know, hey, God needs you, you know, and it's like,
That's what you were supposed to be.
yeah.
Without that little gap in between.
Yeah.
And then I knew I had it all the time. And then what you said right now, right? That's the best feeling ever, trying to help somebody else out right now today. Even at the beginning and today, because they would look up to me because like, oh, dang, you're running this, and look, and then people were already like betting on me to fail at 6 months clean.
Really?
They're like, this was here for all the wrong reasons. And all those people that said I'm here for all the wrong reasons, they're either dead or they're out there using.
Well, it's easy to be a critic when you yourself have that insecure, like you. These guys, like earlier in your life, those guys are getting high in the back. Those guys are going home and drinking, right?
Yeah.
Because you weren't ready to change, so your insecurities were projected onto those guys, and these guys' insecurities weren't ready to change. Like, Tony's fake. He's gonna fail.
Right.
And look what happened to them.
And then some rest in peace, right? Some rest in peace. You know, sad to say, I always like feel some type of way because like they were actually doing the do, and then like, you know, some people go out and they don't come back. You know, you'll be lucky if they do. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, and so I'm running the sober living, and then today, it's like, then when I was running that sober living, I stopped running it, was able to help my mom out, right? Because I only live a block away from here, right? So it's just like, she's struggling, she's lonely, okay, cool. I can actually be there for her now today. Even though we bump heads almost every day, but that's just family love, right? That's just like, you know, that's mom's, you know, she's seen it all, right? She's seen it all, yeah, right? She's seen the needles, she's seen me getting high, she's seen everything. So like, 4 years ain't gonna cover all the damage that I did for over a decade, right? So it's just like, time. Like, she still thinks I get high, right? And it's like, you tripping. Yeah.
Let me ask you this. Because some people, they like, no, I wish it never happened. I wish it never happened. But I'm a believer in everything happens for a reason.
Right.
And it's because of what you went through, as bad as it was. But I believe that everything you went through makes you perfect to help everyone after you.
Right.
What do you think about that?
Well, I'm gonna tell you what. If I wouldn't went through what I went through, I can't help nobody at all. I can't guide nobody. I can't give no suggestions. I can't give nobody some good advice. And right now, people lean on me for that. I moms, dads, families, they see me from when I was growing up. They see me now. What can I do with my family members or with my son? You know, like, and it's like I give them the resources, or I go pick them up, or I go help them. And just by talking to them and calming them and like actually telling them what to do, what was done to me, to help their son, daughter, or whoever, then they do it, right? But it's kind of hard too, though, like, because they want to be mama bear, they're trying to be dad bear, you know, and they're trying to just save their son, and then the son don't want to listen, so it's kind of like hard. It's hard.
Well, I mean, the cool thing about what you do is someone can come alongside and be like, I've done what you've done.
Mm-hmm.
And like, okay, Tony can do it. There's an outside chance I can do it. Will can be successful outside of prison. Look at all the big things he's doing. There's an outside chance there's hope for me, right?
Yeah.
People see you guys. They see what you're doing. And I'd want to see someone that's at the bottom and succeeded. It's like, you know, someone that's self-made and rags to riches. I want to listen to that guy. I don't want to listen to the guy that has a millionaire family, right? What do they know? I want to know the guy that was in my position and made something of himself.
Yeah, build, created,
Yeah.
you know, and from nothing to something, right? And it's just that. And I'll tell you what, like, it took me 31 years to get right. I'm about to be 36 this Saturday, right? It took me 31 years, you feel me? So it's just like, then the 32, and then I finally got it. Finally. But I'll tell you what, like, God makes the impossible possible, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Swear to God. Like, you know, I let go, he took over the steering wheel. My baby steps became into giant steps. In 4 years, I've been 4 years clean, right? October 1st will be 4 years, thank God.
Congratulations.
And best 4 years of my life, man.
You got your life back.
Yeah, bro. Best
And
4
then
years.
some, right?
Best 4 years, bro. I've gained so many friends, so networked everywhere. People opened the doors that were closed to me for years, right? My family trusts me. My family loves me again. They want me around, right? You know, I'm in a good relationship. Can be toxic at times, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, it's like,
Is that your fault, though?
You know, it's both, you know?
Kidding.
If it ain't toxic, it's not love. You feel me? You know what I'm talking about? Like, God damn.
Gotta be a little jealousy in there.
You feel me? You feel me? and then, but, like, say, like, for, like, my worst day sober, my worst day today, 2023, I wouldn't get back from my best day selling drugs, getting high, going in and out.
Absolutely.
I wouldn't trade that shit ever. You know what I mean? Because all the acquaintances, like I told you before, huh?
Yeah.
It's like you have $1, they're 100 pennies.
Mm.
I'd rather have 4 quarters I can count on
Yeah,
today.
absolutely.
And I don't even got 4 yet, you know what I'm saying? So my circle's close and it's tight and it's like not big and it's like, and then not only that, it's just like every person I meet, they're two things for me, you know? They're either gonna be a lesson, what not to do, what to do, or they're gonna be a blessing in my life today.
Yeah.
You know, and then that's the way I carry myself today.
Lesson or blessing.
Yeah, you know, that's the way I carry myself today.
That's
bro.
deep, right?
Everything's an opportunity to learn.
Yes.
Let me ask you this question.
Yeah.
So meth is a 93% relapse rate, right?
I hate it.
And oftentimes addicts talk about, I'm always an addict, right? Or I'm always in recovery, right? It's a big thing with 12-step programs and AA.
Yeah.
I'm always in recovery. Talk to me about this, or maybe talk to our audience about someone that is getting clean but always still struggles. Is it something you're still tempted by? Is it something where it's still hard for you? What do you do on those days? When you're stressed out, you and your girl have a big toxic argument and your mom doesn't trust you and the old Tony would have gone and used. What are your outlets now, and what's the temptation like?
Well, that right there, I'll tell you the truth. Like what you said, right? A guy, you can have 20 years and still feel the urge, but you got all the tools and resources on what to do for not to use, right? But sometimes people don't use them, and so they just say F it and they go, and they throw away 20 years, right? But at the same time, in those moments, it's just a moment. It's just a feeling at the moment. That feeling in moment was gonna go away. You just gotta get through it. Go do something productive. Hit the gym. That's my new drug right there.
Yeah.
That's my new Friday through Saturday party. That's my club right there. You know.
Yeah.
As long as they got a good music, you know what I'm saying? Let's go. Let's go. It's on. You know, we getting it. But at the same time, it's like what you said when you asked me, is that person and that feeling, it's like that little demon in you, right? He's sleeping. But as soon as you take that you get that fix, that drink, you woke him up and you're off to the races.
Mm-hmm.
And that happens to a lot of people. You know, he's like that guy just says like, "Damn, thank you. About time, Tony. You woke me up. Let's go."
So it's always there.
Yeah, and then I always want to get high, bro. Every day I fight or argue, I'm having a bad day. That we know that's the easy way to get out and stop feeling what you're feeling. Mm-hmm. The easy way out, but that's the sucker way out. You know what I mean? Deal with it. Use the tools. Call somebody. You know,
what are some of the resources besides the gym? What are some resources you use?
Well, like, you know, I talk to people. I have to let it out. I can't bottle it in. I'll talk to him. I'll talk to you. I'll talk to anybody, a stranger that would just hear me out, right? Go help somebody just to feel better about that situation, or talk to somebody that's been through it and lived through it, the same thing that's going on with me at the moment, right? And then, or just like call your sponsor. Like the sponsor's big on it, right? They always, but that, you know, we tend to do it by ourselves, and that's when we fail.
It's the lie.
We isolate.
Yeah.
We're trying to do it by ourselves to stay strong. Boom. First to fall, right? Because that phone becomes 1,000 pounds that you don't want to call nobody, and you're just struggling. And then, but then, yeah, it always happens like that. And that was a big part of my story right there. Relapse. I get 6 months. I got it. Boom. I think I can do it. I think I can drink. I think I can sell drugs without using. I think I can do this. I can do that. Nah, never. That's a in form of insanity, thinking you can do everything and still get away with it, you know? Mm-hmm. Or I can just do a little bit. Hell no, you're gonna do the whole bag, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, at the end of the day.
Yeah, just once.
Yeah.
Just once. So, man, you're an inspiration to so many. But now tell us what the future looks like for Tony. What are you doing right now? What you got to look forward to?
I'm gonna tell you the truth, like, Tony still don't even know what he wanna do, bro. Straight up. Me, I just know. I know I can't relapse. I can't use, because then I'm gonna lose everything I gained within this 4 years. You know, I can't. That's not an option for me. Regardless if it is to everybody else, and that's a way out. To me, it's not. You know, I already know so many tools and resources to go and help and reach out. I even went to a retreat, right? Because I wanted to commit suicide at a year and a half clean, right? Because nothing was going my way. It was a spiritual retreat in Rosarito. 3 days, didn't sleep for 2.5. Still couldn't stop crying for those 2.5 or 3 days, bro. It was insane. Came back lighter than a feather, right? And still, like, that helped. But ask me if I'm happy. Like, you know, I'm content. I'm content with my life, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm doing way better than I did my whole life, right? But there's like, there's always more, you know, and that hunger is there. It's like you want to be more. And I'm not trying to be a millionaire, you know what I mean? I'm just trying to be comfortable. Yeah. I'm just trying to live life. I'm trying to be able to give back to the people that were giving to me. You know what I mean? Create a family. I don't even got kids yet. So, like, one day that will happen, you know? And it's in a sense, it's good I don't, because look what all of what I put through.
Yeah, right? Absolutely. God's been protecting
your
future family. Yeah. And the fact that, you know, I have a friend, he's going to, he's getting help for his addiction, right?
Wow,
and he's single. And I'm like, you're so blessed you're getting help now.
Yeah.
Imagine having a wife and kids you're bringing down with you, because he's like, oh, I want to get married, but now I can see why God hasn't allowed me to meet the one yet, because if I had to bring down a whole family with me, it would just be heartbreaking. So you're in a position where you're getting to the spot you need to be, and then all those doors can open for you.
Yeah. And then they're opening, bro. They're opening. Now it's just that, instead, like, we got to take that step forward. I got to take that step forward and do it. You know, and I always self-sabotage myself, saying that, nah, I'm not good at that, or I won't be good at that. Well, I haven't even tried it, Tony. Like, what's going on? Like, do it, you know, and maybe you will be good at it. Who knows? But what I was really good at, and I was talking to somebody the other day, because they asked me the same thing, what's Tony's life? What do you want to do, right? And it's like, or what do you think God has you still here to do, right? And I just sat there and thought for like 2 minutes, and it was like, give back. You know, give back to what was easy for you given to me. You know, the knowledge, and help people not go through what I went through.
Hey, we're going to Africa in October. If you want to come and give back with us,
Yeah, bro, I'll probably be down. I'll probably be down. You know,
there's a saying I've heard too, and I've been trying to adopt this because like the first step to being great at something is you got to suck at something.
Yeah.
Right. And I think people love to get comfortable. They just stick with their job or they stick with what they're doing because they're so afraid to start something and be really bad at it. It's like me. I had to have this talk with myself this week. Like I'm learning Spanish really slowly, and I'm like, why am I so afraid to start and go up to talk to people in Spanish? Oh, because I'm afraid I'm going to suck at it. Yeah. But I'm not going to get good unless I suck at it and try to talk to people in Spanish. And that's career, and that's jobs, and that's whatever you want to do. Like, you sucked at salsa when you first started, right?
I was terrible.
You're pretty good at that. I see the dance.
Now he's the salsa master over here.
What? That's it. I said, bachata and some more. I said, what? Oh my God.
But I think you're on the right path, and I think you have the right heart. And I also think when you pray and ask God, like, God, you know, give me a platform and opportunity to give back, He's going to honor that because He knows your heart. He knows it's not going to be to glorify yourself, put yourself on a platform or a pedestal.
Amen. Yeah.
It's to help others. And, you know, God also says, faithful in little, faithful in much. If you can help and give back right now with a little bit you have, He'll give you more, and then you can give back more. That's always been my saying.
That's real. That's real, though. That's real.
It's biblical.
The little you give, the more you get in return. Yeah.
If He can't trust you with a little, how's He going to trust you with a lot?
Yeah.
Right.
And then just the other day, I heard something too. It's like you pray to God and you ask Him for something, right? And then He puts it in a box, and He's gonna send it to Faith Street, right? But there's only one thing: He ain't gonna tell you when it's gonna arrive. You feel me?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But if you're over here on Doubt Street, you're over here, I don't think I'm going to be able to do it Street, it's never going to get to you. So what is He trying to tell us? You know what I mean? Keep on with the faith because it's coming.
Yeah.
And then it's like, I can't let go. And it's like, and then not only that, at the gym, like, I'm just killing it at the gym. Let's go. Like, I'm trying to do something. That's my second job right there, full time. And it's like, and then like, congratulations too on yours, you know.
Appreciate it.
And big ups, and I'm going to pray for that it goes well this Saturday too. You know, nice. And that's amazing. And like, I'm trying to get there.
Your next big goal is to get on stage, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to do it for next year. So hopefully, and it's just like these little sayings too. Like, you know, my dad used to always say a saying, you know what I mean? Hasta la victoria siempre, right? It's until victory, we ain't giving up, you know? And look at him, like, he's my biggest hero, bro. He been through a gang, you know, and he's not even part of this lifestyle. They see me like, they're like, where the hell you go wrong, for real? Like, that's what I say. Like, my mom and dad, they're like, both Catholic. My mom's Catholic, super religious, the whole family. And then my daddy, they're just mellow. He going on 70, and he retired doing his thing. Got a Grammy, bro.
Really?
Grammy?
For music.
Wow.
He's followed his dream, bro. You know what I'm saying? And like, now, you know what that tells me? It's never too late.
Never too late.
You feel me? And I was just like, wow, that gave me so much gas. Like,
yeah.
And and it's like,
gave me some gas.
You feel me? Like, come on, like, it's like
peaking at 70.
You know what I mean? Right? And I was just like, God, you know. And it's like, and then like, who I'm really trying to help out right now too is just like my brother.
Yeah.
You know, he's struggling. You know,
he's same. Did he go down the same path as you?
Nah, he's just in his addiction.
Got it.
Yeah, he's in an addiction. You know, and he's like he doesn't want to stop drinking, but it's the lifestyle, bro. He's a famous musician. You know, in a famous reggae band, rock band. You know, if you guys are familiar with Tribal Seed and POD, check them out. You know, yeah, he's in those two, right? So he's like the touring, the lifestyle, right? So it's part of. But he needs to stop, bro. He's not gonna make it.
You say POD?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, with Sonny.
Sonny's Christian, right?
Yeah.
He goes to my church.
Yeah, he got saved, you know?
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, I got to meet him like at the beach the other day, like, and they go travel all the time. They're touring.
Yeah, it's a big time local band right there.
Yeah, Christian rock. Yeah, back in the day. But they're still doing it. Yeah. Amen, you know? It's like, that's cool. And then like, yeah, but another positive fact, right? It's just like, I teach kids soccer.
Coach kids soccer.
Yeah, bro, I couldn't even speak. I coach kids soccer, bro, and then like I don't even got kids, and I have so much patience, and then like everybody, all the kids love me, the parents love me. It's amazing. Every Saturday, it's just like, you're gonna be the coach, right? And it's okay, yes, man. You're the best coach ever. Like, and the kids come and hug me. It's like, Tony, you back, Coach Tony. It's like, that's like the best feeling ever. It's just like, that's one of the pictures I sent you too, right? And it's just, and then another note, I expunged my whole record, bro.
Congratulations on that one.
Yeah, bro.
Congratulations. Round of
And
applause.
I didn't think that would never be possible.
Incredible.
That was always holding me back from everything. Like, oh, they just, or like I would be at a job for a month, then the record comes back, thank you, for the month, good looking out, and I'm like, fuck, like, it's like, and then like, that happened to me doing counseling. I was a drug and alcohol counselor, killing it, and then like, everybody was like how you said, like, Tony is like, damn, so where you been at, we need somebody that's lived through it. All these other counselors, they still drink, they don't even want to do this, and it's like, they didn't live the lifestyle, they just got a diploma, and it's like, I used to be the same way. Who am I going to listen to, like you said earlier, like, the guy that's lived through it, experience, or a guy that got a degree that hasn't lived through it? I'm going to listen to the guy that's been through it, because he actually, like, the feelings, the heartache, the pain, the suffering, everything. So, like, he's going through the same thing. All he did was just stay up late trying to pass a test all the time or do homework, right? So it's just to get certified. So, all that. And then, like I said, God is good, bro.
God is good.
God is good, man.
Real quick, how can people reach out to you?
You can catch me at the gym,
Gym Chula Vista.
Get me at the gym. Sign up. You feel me?
That's right. Yeah, you heard the man. Sign up.
TG, Chula Vista South Bay.
Yeah.
Nah, at the same time, you can hit me up on the gram. Tony CA _ Stilo Fit. Hit me up there. And then we'll go from there.
Yeah, I think that's really important because first of all, you dropped so many jewels today, but not only that, like you said, you're the best to help someone going through the same thing you went through. And somebody watching this right now may have a sister or brother, they may be going through it themselves. And hearing your story may be their light at the end of the tunnel. So I appreciate you coming through. I know, Stephen, we appreciate you coming through.
Gives us all
appreciate
hope,
you sharing
right?
your story.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Not just you giving us hope. Your dad, man, 70 years old, getting Grammys?
Yeah.
Man, come on now. It's never too late.
Yeah, never.
It's never too late.
And I used to hate that saying. It's never too late. Yes, it is. It's like, no.
Fun fact for both of you,
Yeah.
right? Both of you in your 30s, get out, you're on a new path. I read a statistic that the people are most productive in their lives between 40 and 60 years old.
So
you guys
it's
haven't
really
even
not
hit your
too
peak
late.
yet.
We ain't even hit that peak.
Yeah.
We hungry.
Exactly.
We hungry.
And we gonna eat, man.
Yeah, we
So,
gonna
man, we appreciate you coming. We
No,
appreciate
thank
you
you.
sharing your story, man. And it's far from over.
No,
So
amen.
again, I'm Will,
And I'm Steven.
and this is the Post P Chronicles.